Today, in a global conversation, we aim to inform, inspire, and move you, to help in the fight to save elephants and rhinos.
My name is Smriti Vidyarthi, and I am a news anchor at NTV, the broadcast arm of the Nation Media Group.
And you stay around elephants long enough, you cannot miss the celebrations. The celebrations when they meet with the families and the bond groups during the race is really a testimony that elephants don't just move, they celebrate.
So to me, I call it madness, that you kill a 7-ton animal to get the teeth, to wear a bangle, to wear a necklace, and make a rubber stamp. It is madness.
You know, we're talking about how elephants are like people, but actually I don't agree. Elephants are much nicer than people.
If you look at those poaching numbers, Eastern Africa is one of the 3 of the 4 sub-regions where actually the rate of poaching has now dropped down within a sustainable level.
There are other ways of showing your how rich you are. You can buy a car, you can buy a house, you can buy something nice that you can put not the trophy of a dead animal, not ivory bangles.
It takes all of us. It takes Luca. It takes companies like Kenya Airways. It takes civil society, WildlifeDirect, making a commitment. And this session is really about making commitments. We're lighting a fire. Today is the beginning, it's not the end. We should be working on this going forward for days, for months, for years.
Because the only way in the future we're going to keep our wildlife is when people value them and really feel the same sort of passionate commitment that we've seen from the likes of Luca.
I think we can do it. We just have to get ourselves together and put together a program, and we can actually transform the engagement.
I think the future is empowering rangers and facilitating ground efforts, anti-poaching units.
My own commitment is, as my colleague mentioned, is to really push to get as many people as possible to join in trying to get a total ban globally in the trade in elephant, ivory, and rhino horn.
Well, I believe that the future of wildlife in Kenya and across Africa actually lies with the people. That the political commitment we are seeing at the highest level come about because the people demand it.
And my commitment is to inspire the world through writing poetry about wildlife so that everybody can stand out for the animals.
2 heads are better than 1. So if we work together, I think we'll make a great change. I would like to light a fire because I don't want to be the generation that will have to tell the next generation how I was there when the elephants were gone. I want to be part of the generation that will say I was part of the generation that fought for the rhinos and elephants.
The fire has now been lit, and God willing, it'll just stay burning forever.
And we had a conversation about elephants and rhinos and the need to save them, the need to do things to protect these iconic species.
As if we all work together, we'll be able to achieve anything. So I found it very inspiring and emotional, but it was a good event.
I think it was very important to share some of the challenges, some of the successes that we've had, and what we need to do in order to really have the conservation agenda at the top of Kenyans' minds, especially going forward.
The hope that from this event, people are going to start thinking about ways to get citizens of this country into the parks. For me, that is the most important thing, that Kenyans believe that this is something that is Kenyan and that this is something that they should fight for however they can.
The number one thing that I think everyone wants is a complete ban on trade in ivory and rhino horn anywhere in the world.